Right, shall we start? Election of chairman. I think I need not repeat the details because we have elected many chairmen already. Right, nominations, please. Mr. Wong Ting Kwok. I nominate Mr. Tam Yu Chong, or Wong Kwok Keen, Jeffrey Lam, Christopher Cheung. Second, I accept the nomination. As I have accepted the nomination, someone will have to chair the meeting for me, and the deputy chairman hasn't arrived yet. And so, Mr. Lau Wong Fat, can you please chair the meeting? The deputy chairman has come back. Because someone has nominated me and I've accepted the nomination, and so I'm afraid you have to chair the meeting for me. Sorry, any other nominations, please? No? Thank you, but I won't accept the nomination. All right, any other nominations? No? Then congratulations, Mr. Tam. All right, thank you. Deputy Chairman now. Nominations, please. I nominate Mr. Porcher. Ms. Priscilla Leung, seconds. Thank you. I accept the nomination. Any other nominations, please? Someone nominates Mr. Ip Kwok Him, and Mr. Ip Kwok Him doesn't want to accept the nomination. All right. So Mr. Porcher has been elected deputy chairman. Thank you. Thank you very much. Agenda item number 2. Schedule of meetings for 2013-2014. We're going to have one of our meetings originally to be held during the Easter holidays, 21st of April. And may I suggest that the meeting be rescheduled to the 23rd of April or the 29th of April, 2:30 on both dates. All right, any suggestions? Either the 23rd or the 29th. Either one. All right, 23rd April then. Mr. Michael Tien. So we're going to have the meeting on the 23rd of April, but that's a Wednesday, but we don't have a electrical sitting on that day. So the third Monday of each month, 2:30 p.m. as usual. Third Monday of each month, 2:30 p.m. But of course, the duration of the meeting will have to be lengthened if there are many items to discuss. Right, next meeting, the administration has proposed 2 items for us. First of all, the statutory period for voter registration and also voter registration related offences, and also the creation of a supernumerary PEO post in the REO. So the administration wants us to discuss these issues at our next meeting. Ms. Emily Lau, I believe you are aware that the UN held a hearing on the report on the Convention of the Child. And in fact, the UN has published a report containing some conclusions, and would like to have a meeting to discuss that matter, and would also like to meet the deputations. Yes, in fact, our standing practice is to invite government officials and NGOs to a discussion on the UN report, and we hope to do that on the 18th of November. So we hope to discuss that report on the 18th of November. All right. Chairman, you mentioned 2 items for the next meeting. The first one is voter registration. What is the second one? The creation of a supernumerary PEO post in the REO. So they will come to the panel first before they go to ESC. Chairman, have you heard the secretary having said that he wanted some discussion on the political party law? Perhaps I'll ask him when he is ready for the discussion. Leung Kwok Hong and then KK Fong. And then Fernando Zhang. Chairman, I think either C.Y. Leung should come or he should send his representative to our meeting, either Edward Yao or Carrie Lam, because C.Y. Leung was in Indonesia. He met the President Xi, and it was said that President Xi supported him, all right? And then it was said that President Xi said that the CE election had to be in compliance with the basic law and so on and so forth. So, but what the president said, actually said, we don't know. So is it that the president has already made a decision? What exactly did President Xi said to him? Did President Xi say that we had to follow the basic law, but there could be some flexibility? Nobody knew what exactly President Xi said. So I think we should have a discussion. I don't know whether the CE will be willing to come to our meeting. Maybe he's busy, so maybe Carrie Lam can come, or maybe Edward Yao can come, because Edward Yao was present. You know, when C.Y. Leung was talking to the Philippine president, smiling. He was also present. So I want to have a reply directly from the CE. Now, I understand that there will be a CE's question time session next Thursday, so you can put the question directly to him. But will he come? Will he come? Of course, he will. He will come to the question Q&A session. Now, so I just want to say that you have the opportunity to ask him, but I don't know whether he's going, or whether he will give a reply. KK Fong. Political reforms for 2016-2017. I think we should start to collect views from the public. You mean the electrical election? Also the CE election. All right, 2016-2017. I think we can have a discussion among ourselves on political reforms. In fact, last time, or in the last session, we did say that we wanted to look at the election experience in other places. I believe the Library and Research Service Division has almost completed the study. The report will be available soon. But I'm not talking about overseas practice. I am talking about the local situation. Now, maybe I didn't express myself too well. Maybe my Chinese was not too well, and as a result, you had some misunderstanding. I think we should start discussing the election system for Hong Kong in 2016, 2017. Now, we can have the officials coming to share with us their views. If they are not prepared yet, then we can have a discussion amongst ourselves. We can also have a public hearing.
The administration has yet to start the consultation. It will be difficult for us to have a discussion. Maybe let's wait for the discussion, let's wait for the consultation document first. Maybe we can air our views concerning the two elections. Just like poverty alleviation, we have always had this arrangement. The same is true for poverty alleviation as well as standard working hours. We can have a discussion first, and then they can be submitted to the administration. Fernando Zhang, Mr. Chairman, the UN's Committee on the Rights of Children, they have had a discussion for China, including Hong Kong and Macau, presented a report to the UN. The UN's observation report has just been published. As a signatory, we need to, before end of March next year, submit a report to the UN. Just now, I raised the issue at the meeting of the Welfare Services Panel. You said that the CA panel would be the more suitable forum. So I suggest that we have a proper discussion to be accompanied by a public hearing. When I made an announcement, you were talking to your neighbor. I thought you could attend to both matters, but in fact it was not. We've already fixed a date. The 18th of November, we are going to talk about that particular topic with officials in attendance as well. So that's decided. Helena Wong. Mr. Chairman, I hope that we can have an early discussion about party politics, as well as a law on archives. I think this is within our remit that we should also look at women's affairs. So please also make arrangements to talk about gender mainstreaming. We want to know how it is implemented. And we would like to have some statistical work being done. So we want to know how gender mainstreaming is being sort of implemented in various bureaus. You talk about women's affairs. I don't recall this is within our portfolio. Would it be under the HAP? I think the Women's Commission is a government advisory body related to this panel. Yes, when we talk about the convention, it is our work, but then for women's affairs, I don't think it is for us. But according to this table, the Women's Commission is our related advisory body. But then that's because we can talk about the convention, CEDAW. But in fact, for CEDAW, it does include gender mainstreaming as a way to promote sexual equality. Indeed, when we talk about the convention, we will touch on it, but then we won't be the leading panel to talk about women's affairs. There is a difference there, but it doesn't matter. For the items that you referred to, I will talk to the Bureau together with our Secretariat. Mr. Raymond Wong. Just now, Frederick Fung made a proposal, and he has my support. The logic is simple. In 2010, we endorsed a package in relation to the 2012 CE election and the 2012 LegCo election. In 2012, we had both elections taking place. Now we have elections in 2016 and 2017. Will both be bundled together, or will they be dealt with separately? So what I want to say is that perhaps in 2015, we have to enact the electoral law for the 2016 elections. And then in 2016, we have to enact the laws concerning the 2017 CE election. Or in 2015, we have to endorse both sets of laws. We are now in the year 2013. How come that the government is standing still and is still silent on the 2016 electoral law? So what Mr. Fung was saying was that we have to make them calm. It's impossible for them to say that they don't have any ideas at all. Now, Mr. Tam, you said that the consultation document hasn't been published. Of course, they haven't moved beyond step 1. They have to develop some ideas and then they will go to the NPCSC. I think according to the 5-step mechanism, first of all, we need to develop our ideas and then we have them sent to the NPCSC for endorsement. The consultation will be divided into a number of stages. I think the government may or may not carry out consultation concerning the first step. How come that we're not doing anything about it? How come the CA panel is not going to have a debate on it? Now, Mr. Fung is attending the CA panel for the first time. He has already become the convener of the Pan-Democrat lunchbox meeting, so I'm going to support him. Even though he's new to the panel, I have full respect for him. For everything you've just said, we will take up the matter with the Bureau to check how they're going to make the arrangements, and then we'll try to see how we can achieve the best outcome. Ms. An Jiang, I was about to follow up on Mr. Frederick Fung's point. I agree with you, sir, because we need to wait for the consultation exercise to be triggered by the government. Of course, we can also jump the queue, or we can include it in the list of outstanding items. It can always be adjusted. I don't have other questions. Thank you. Anything else? If not, then meeting adjourned. Thank you. On the 21st of October, we're going to have our next meeting. Thank you.